Um, as you can see, I have started a group on Facebook. Um, it is going to be a place of expression, a place of art, a place of wonder, where people can interact and communicate on an artistic level. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there's very different ways of communication in the world. War, love, suffering, silence. But I think the communication of visual arts is a really important one, and one that really isn't explored very much. The film industry is that it's an industry, just like the car industry. It makes things and sells things, and I'm not interested in that anymore, really. What I'm interested in is expressions of communication, of visual language, of human emotion that are timeless. Um, but to be an artist in this culture, you are faced with many enemies of money and time and egotism and people that don't believe in you and not believing in yourself, and all of that isn't positive. And I want to be a positive influence to the world. I want to create art that is beautiful, but also is enlightening. I think as a world culture, we are moving towards a place of enlightenment rather than a place of darkness. We're moving out of the darkness, we're moving into the light. And to do that, to facilitate that, requires art, requires meaning, requires emotion. So I'm going to be making a film, but it's not a film. And I'm gonna actually be retiring from making films anymore. I'm going to be making um, experimental art projects, which combine elements from music, and dance, and film, and poetry, and literature, and uh, take influences from 2,000 years ago, from 100 years ago, from 10 minutes ago, and combine all of those pieces of art that people have painted on the tapestry of time, from the cave paintings to the hieroglyphics to the symphonies to the sculpture to the poems to the haikus to the ballets, and combining all of that to create an experience. And what I'm much more interested in than telling stories is creating experiences, experiences that exist in the 21st century, that exist in a world that has technology, in a world that has Facebook, in a world that has YouTube, but combines the shared experience to enlighten people, so that anybody, even if they're not behind a camera or in front of a camera, can be a part of that experience. Because I think the walls are breaking down. We don't go to the cinema to watch a film anymore. We want to experience the film within our own lives. We want to be a part of the film. We want to be a part of how it gets created and how it gets shown, and what it's about. Reality and fantasy, there's no line. There's only the world of experience, the world of a collective consciousness. And I firmly believe in that. So to tap into the collective consciousness, we have to communicate on a world level, on a virtual level, and that's through visual language, through what we see and what we experience and what we feel in a sensual way. So um, it will be a lot about breaking boundaries and traditions. And, a lot of people are about keeping the walls of those traditions up, but it's archaic. And if you look at something like the Enlightenment, it was about a new way of expressing yourself, a new way of expression. So I'm interested in anybody that wants to be a part of this. And I don't think that you have to be here, right here with me, to do that. And it's not going to be about money, and it's not going to be about asking people to donate, things like that. It's going to be asking people to put in something of their own ideas, their own influences, the photographs they like, their own memories, their own stories, and donating ideas rather than money, donating you're a contribution of expression rather than a contribution with a dollar sign in front of it, because it's not about money. It's not about making money. It's not about doing that. Anyone really, most people, they have a car, they have a home, and some people even don't. But what does that really mean? What does it matter if you have things, if you own things, if you can buy things? It's much more about the world that you create and the words that you say and the things that you feel. Because there's no currency to emotion. There's no currency to suffering and to feeling. So what we need to create is a world that is about the things that we don't see, but the things that we feel, like energy. And the energy that is all around us is light. And there's no good or bad light. There's no good or bad film. There's no good or bad cinema. There's just energy. And we need to tap into the energy of the moment and the energy of the past. And if we can do that, we can create a future that is more beautiful and more hopeful. So as the as time goes by, you're going to be seeing a lot of videos. You're going to be seeing what I'm doing. You're going to be seeing why I'm doing it, and you're going to be involved in it. And that is going to be really cool.